Hello, folks. My name is Matt Pennington. I'm your host of the Slow Roll, reporting here live on the scene. What the fuck's happening out there? Who knows? Probably not my racket. I don't know. Dude, it's a crazy day out. There was a Baltimore Run Festival today. That happens all the time, apparently. You know, so that's a thing that happens every year. And they want to remind you of that. Brandon Scott got on Instagram to let us know this happens every year. No hate on Brandon for that. Let's go, Brandon. Fuck, what does that mean in this situation? Yeah, the only weird thing for me is there's a Baltimore Run Festival today. And then, it's also supposed to be, there's no Kings protests all across America right now. And there was one at Patterson Park, and I didn't go to the last one because I didn't I didn't. And I wanted to go to this one. I was like, what's going on? I want to get more involved in this shit. And they didn't have one in Baltimore because there's a fucking run festival. A run festival? Really? That's why we're not... You know? They told everyone in Baltimore to go to D.C. People wonder why we don't feel like a real city. There's a nationwide protest, and the only No Kings event in Baltimore is a dance party from 5:30 to 7. Yeah, we're going to defeat fascism with rhythm. Look, and I wanted to go to one. I'm saying this as a guy like, what the fuck, you know? And could I have gone to D.C.? Yeah, I don't know. But I didn't want to pay the bus fare. I'm broke. I would have gone, you know. Would someone have sent me money and sponsored me to go? For sure. Yeah, but I don't want to. No. Sponsor a family. You know what I mean? I just got her uncle taken away or something. I don't know if I can know anything. What do I know? Nothing. All I know is I'm squinting really fucking hard because the sun is right in my eyes. Yeah, it's October 18th here in Baltimore, and it looks like I'm in fucking Los Angeles in May. It's a beautiful day out. This isn't good. I saw something on Instagram or TikTok, one or the other, and they were talking about how George Bush was told to not say global warming and say climate change. And I still call it global warming because it's just getting hotter. Whatever it is, you know what I mean? Calling it climate change is like saying, well, the status of my relationship changed. It's like, what happened? Oh, I cheated on her and she broke up with me. Well, dude, that's kind of fucking pertinent. You're not just changing. You're a bad person doing damage. Now then, that's not a personal fucking story. I'm just saying. It's like saying, you know, that's fucking crazy. You're not taking accountability. You're just changing the lexicon around it. Oh yeah, we're going through a separation. What'd you do? Fuck his brother. Come on, guys, stop changing. That's the problem with taking the sting out of all the words. They're supposed to sting. They're not going to break your bones, but fucking hell, they'll make you think. You know? Words are supposed to do something. And that's why they shouldn't be taken lightly, and not everybody should just be running around calling everything gay or, you know, whatever. Being simple with their words. They're always late, insert, you know, group. It's fucking, that's a hilarious way to live your life. Fucking everybody like that's the same. You're not even the same person from day to day. You don't even have the same opinions as everyone in your group. So how the fuck? Whatever. You know, who am I? Just a man on a roof. I hope the wind's not too bad and that gulp wasn't loud. Sorry if it was. Who cares? Gotta drink a little bit of water. It's hot out, you know? Because of the global warming. All right, and then like the things I've said this, I have slightly like a bit about it, but it's just crazy. Like the Teslas are powered by coal plants, so then people say that they're doing something renewable. The only thing renewable is that when you hit the brakes on a Prius, you get free gas or whatever the fuck. That's actual renewable energy. That's coming from nowhere. They built that into the car, you know? That's an invention, but that's the last invention that's in a car besides heated seats. What else are we doing in the car industry, you know? I don't know. I drive an 08. I was about to say the make and model of my car, but fuck it. You guys aren't allowed to know what I drive because that's classified information. It is funny. I was thinking about going down to I'm walking over to see if there's a protest in the park. There's nothing. But these are the only sunglasses I have. And because I'm white, when it's this bright out, I have to wear sunglasses. I throw the contacts in. That's my struggle. And it's funny, I'm just walking over there. I'm like, I look like an undercover fucking ICE agent. No one will, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Is it good if I'm there? Or should I dress different? Whatever. Fuck it, right? Who cares? And then what really made me laugh was I catch wind of the fact that there's no protest. But I'm gonna go for a walk. Maybe a couple people went over there. Get a coffee, get a bagel. Go sit down in the park. Just have a nice morning, you know? Kind of appreciate America for what it is. But I was looking around at everyone. It's like, so you guys aren't there. I want to be there, but you guys are fascists. You guys aren't there, and you're just having a good day. Oh, would you go to brunch? Would you go to brunch while they're bombing kids in Gaza? Yeah. So, you know, and I don't think you should beat up Colombian students. Columbia University students, Colombian students, they're just beating up kids, foreign exchange students from Colombia. What are you fucking, what'd you get in because your uncle sells coke? Yeah. I'm looking around at everybody like I'm not, like I couldn't have got on a bus, but whatever. I'm just being honest about my situation, you know? But I have these baby blues, so I got to wear the glasses, and I'm going over there, and I got my coffee. I sit down, and I see two guys walking by, and they've got their poster, and they just in like their flannel and their jeans, and it was funny because they were walking over. But then they got like distracted by beautiful grass. Like they didn't, they couldn't stay. They weren't that focused on the fucking mission. If you think that Hitler's coming and you're like, oh my God, water. I'm sitting by this little pond and they're looking at ducks like, like, bro, go fucking do the. They know that no one's there. It's okay. You know what I mean? I bet it'd be funny if they're just walking around the race like, you guys aren't supposed to be running. You're running the rat race. But then I'm walking and I can kind of see through the trees and they're just fully stopped admiring the pond at some point. And I'm like, you guys, what are you guys fucking here for? You know? What are you guys doing? I mean, I'm not fucking doing anything, clearly. But I'm just saying, I was trying to do something. And I know that I was going to sit on the periphery, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, how involved are you supposed to? I don't know. Never really been to one. The only time that I was near one was like COVID times, George Floyd. Yeah, that was funny. They made us keep waiting tables while they were throwing Molotov cocktails at cop cars, and it's like, time to, you know what I mean? It was my British manager. Whatever. What are you gonna do? He's got this whole go down with the ship mentality. That's why you guys lost the empire. We must retain that which is sacred. Yeah, until Crips are outside with guns, and I go, You see that? And he's like, I think we should stop table service. Maybe, you fucking idiot. I'm not saying that people shouldn't have been doing what they were doing, but I don't think that we should continue to be working as a restaurant at that time. You know what I mean? That's a little insane. Whatever. Who cares? Who cares? I do a little bit. I want to see things happen, but you also want to go take part in things. Culturally, we do so few things as real people that it's like going to a protest that's like a real thing. Oh my God, I went to a thing. It's like a concert. No, I'm kidding. It's much more dumb than a concert. Concerts are so much more meaningful than protests. Dude, if you guys don't think that taking acid and going to the Grateful Dead does more for the world than throwing a brick at a cop, you're a fucking shill. You're sheeple. No, obviously a protest means more than a concert. What the fuck? Of course. That's one of those, I don't know, People are looking for community and we're online so much, so it's hard to find. So, and the No Kings thing is good. They're like Republican or Democrat. Doesn't matter who you are. And people look at like anything that has to do with government regulation as socialism. I watched this video on the corporate tax structure the other day and about how we got out of the roaring 20s, and you kind of just got to tax the fuck out of corporations. That's really the only way out of this. Sorry guys, no more 8 houses for board members, just two learn how to only, you know what I mean? Get on Airbnb. You made it. Why don't you fucking use it instead of buying every house? And then it's also, you gotta get Blackstone out of all this shit and whatnot. And then what we really gotta do is just replace every auto body shop with a vape shop. Fuck cars. We should all just vape. Caught myself getting too serious. I had to say something fucking different, Yeah, it's odd. What are you going to do? We're at an odd time in the country. You just try and show up, be nice to people. I know that I look like an ICE agent, so I just smile at all the Latinos and Latinas I see. Swear to God. And you just try to push through. I don't know. Hoping a couple parlays hit tomorrow. Not in the best situation financially, but who is? I mean, you look at what one of the things, I saw a post. It said, if AI works, like a bunch of people are going to lose their jobs and we're going to lose like $1 trillion in market cap. And if it doesn't work, we've invested so much money into AI, we're going to lose like $1 trillion in market cap. So we're just kind of fucked a little bit. You know what I mean? And that's why you got to find the fun in all of it. You can't, what's your Instagram algorithm right now? Do you have a new way to cut your dog's hair? Did you figure out how to do it at home because it's too expensive to take to your friend that's a dog groomer? I don't have a dog. I don't fucking know any of this. If I had a dog, I'd get some goddamn shears and just cut up his hair myself. Hey, it ain't got to be perfect as long as he's clean, I don't know. Gambling's crazy. It's wild how many gambling ads you see. I'm not the first person to hit this. I didn't start a podcast until whatever time. You know what I mean? So, of course I'm not the first person to hit this. But you look at all these gambling ads and everybody does it now. Like my dad has asked me what the line is on the game. Now then, my dad's a cool fucking guy. It'd be very funny if I just pretended my dad was Italian for no reason, Just like telling everyone, but he's not. He's a little bit of a wasp. Sorry guys, I'm turning my phone on Do Not Disturb so that I can podcast a wee bit more efficiently. I've got one of these. Yeah. I think what's really interesting right now is the religious comeback of some folks. I think it's odd that people are embracing religion, but I don't know. We used to do coke together all the time. I've turned over a new leaf. Doesn't feel like you have, though. You know? Like I try to, and that's the thing too. It's hard to convince anybody of anything now. If you try to change as a person, I used to be a libertarian. I didn't realize what that was. I didn't realize that I was just carrying water for Peter Thiel and such. You know, you gotta fucking, it takes time to wake up to these things every once in a while. It's the same with people that were liberal and they're like, I'm a Republican now. And it's like, what are you even doing? The problem with social media is watching everyone go through an identity crisis. You know? It's like, we don't want to see all of your fucking... We don't need to see how you are not handling your life well. Just shut the fuck up. Stop posting quotes from God or reposting AOC. Whatever you're doing, you're not actually getting closer to you. What do you think about what's going on? You know? And what do I think? I don't fucking know. I'm not trying to fucking tell you what to think. I'm asking you what you think, America. I mean, I could say that I'm going through it right now. I'm becoming more of a liberal in certain ways. I wouldn't call myself a leftist, but I'm definitely more left of center than I was. And I don't even care. You know, I'm socially nothing. I don't think that anything... I'm socially nihilistic, anarchistic, whatever you want to fucking call it. Social norms are such a... They flip over so often. You go to different places around the world and it's a completely different situation wherever you go. You go to England, it's as simple as you drive on the other side of the road. There's different societies everywhere. You go to England, they drive on different sides of the road. You go to Saudi Arabia, only certain people are driving. No. So when people, sometimes I don't respect social norms the way I'm supposed to, and that's bit me in the ass in certain ways, and I understand that, and it's hard to rehabilitate being a dickhead. You know, the image of just being a fucking chotch sometimes, you know? It's hard to let people know, like, no, I'm trying to take life a little more seriously. You just kind of have to every day and then hope that they notice. And if they don't, you're never really going to sway people's opinion of you. There's only so much you can do in terms of the public outlook of your life. There's an Amazon driver on break. I hope he's getting this shit before you. This guy's getting the real dope. These are from fucking Mexico. There's I fucking cracked the watermelon hit. Let's go. And everybody, it's as annoying as it is, the people that are posting themselves hiking and crocheting and fucking micro needling, whatever, you know, they're actually getting much more in tune with themselves, regardless of whatever podcast they're listening to, you know, fuck it. While they do it, that's the funny thing. You can do the most enriching thing in the world. You could be you could be doing yoga listening to Nick Fuentes. Like, just a completely different, and if you guys don't know who that is, insert Alex Jones. If you don't know who Nick Fuentes is, you're gonna know soon enough, and it'll piss you off when you find out who this kid is. If you know who he is, you're probably a fan. If you don't, you're gonna fucking hate this kid. and that's going to make sense, and I'm not going to be mad at anybody that does. I don't like the kid. I think he's a little ballsy. I think he's a little risky with the way that he presents himself. Look at any clip of his that you've seen. It's fucking... He's a wild kid. Certain things he says aren't the craziest in the world, but as he has quoted himself as saying when people find him reasonable to hear, a broken clock is right twice a day. But these are just people that all agree that Israel's bad. You know? All those Republican kids, their group chat leaked, and they all were saying fucking gas the Jews or whatever. Some people make jokes in their group chat. You know? It's a thing that happens. Lawmakers, you know, if you're in your work group chat, you probably shouldn't do that. Just a guess. Just a small idea. And it's great. It just shows how pervasive it is in society. People that are saying that no group chat should act like that, shut the fuck up. Dude, there's consenting adults. Obviously, people are using free speech in a way that's a little disgusting these days. It's not cool. It's not even funny. You know? Being funny wasn't always cool, or some things that are funny to certain people aren't always cool, but it doesn't mean that those people are always hateful or harmful or whatever. I played a lot of Xbox. I know a lot of people that make a lot of jokes, and they never do anything. I know a lot of people that make a lot of jokes that now sound like they might do something, and it's just weird. It's interesting, you know? People slip in and out of where they align and how much they actually care about things, how much their life means to them versus how much the outside life is affecting their life and making their life what it is at this situation and at this point. And I can't believe that the overlords that I hate are the reason why I'm not doing good. Fucking make it Donald Trump is doing this, or Nancy Pelosi can trade stocks, but I can't. No one should be able to trade stocks, you fucking idiot. It's fake. What the fuck? It's hilarious when people think that, oh, well, the way that money works is retarded. Money doesn't work. You guys get it? It's not the way that money works is wrong. That's like that. Maybe people wouldn't be in such a shit fucking situation if money worked. You understand that? If money worked, people wouldn't be door dashing after they got off of their 12-hour shift at the fucking cunt factory. Yeah, they make cunts there. It's crazy. They just popped out. Their biggest cunts that they've made are Megyn Kelly and Candace Owens. Love to both of you gals. Oh, wait. And AOC and Ilhan Omar. I meant to hit both sides. Fuck. I accidentally just said a white and a black person that were both Republicans. Maybe I shouldn't have said Democratic people. Let's not do this thought experiment. You just think, everybody has to, it takes so much to make ends meet. How are you gonna expect anybody to care about, like, your hypotheticals about how the market should work? Man, people don't have food. Like, that's a different... Well, you don't understand where to put your assets. Dude, shut up. That doesn't fucking mean anything to someone that doesn't make enough money. Assets, liability, and that's not even in a fucking they didn't go to college way or don't understand the concept. Well, if they taught these kids better things in the schools, and if the schools were ran different, then, these kids, they put so much money into these schools, it's a goddamn shame. It is. That it still doesn't work, but not because just because people don't have time to think about assets. They're trying to think about insurance, and that's fucked, and that's about to go through the roof. in January. I don't even know what the fuck mine is or what. It's a whole fucking racket, you know? And you think Republicans who are about reducing the size of things would try to like make these systems work. But instead, they're obsessed with this idea of privatizing things and the ability of the market to put out a better product. But usually, and in some cases, that product just means for the white people in the area, like charter school. There's a whole charter school thing that they want to do here in Baltimore, where then like if a school teaches gay things, you can say no, and then you get to go to a religious charter school, and those schools are going to get money from the state, and they're going to get just as much money as the public schools, but really they're a private school. And to get into those charter schools, you're going to have to take certain tests that are just, all right, yeah. I don't know if it's that fucking whatever, black and white, to hit the nail on the head. But it's just going to be weird like that. And it's set up for the rich. The way that privatization works, it doesn't help poor people. Well, if poor people know how to set up small businesses, they don't have the ability to. It's not that easy. I started a small business in a town with a great economy where everyone has expendable income to spend on shit that doesn't matter. Oh my God. Even if you sell a fucking necessity, if you're in a good place, you're just going to make more money. And you're going to be like, I don't understand how people don't make ends meet. It's fucking hard sometimes. Who knows? You know, and I'm just saying that, speaking for all the lazy folks out there, because I know that that's all that we are. We're just lazy people that don't want money or to do anything. We don't want jobs. We just want to be handed everything. We see no inherent value of adding anything to the community. Nope, not at all. Why the fuck would you do that? I definitely wouldn't just pick up trash and get paid for it. I mean, that's a different. Well, there's just like, dude, you walk around Baltimore and it's like if they just had people like walking around poking trash, it just change the way people feel about the city. You know? I don't know. I just realized that reminds me of a great joke that I heard from a great comic, but I don't want to give it away because he hasn't put it out on anything yet. Shout out. Fucking, yeah. Yeah, fun time. Now I don't want to bring up whatever. I just accidentally referenced the comic right away after I said, well, I don't really want to talk about the guy, you know. Double checking if anything important has happened on my phone. Nope. I'm expecting a friend to come over and hang out. It's nothing crazy. It's Eddie Colson. Yeah, we're just gonna fucking smoke weed up here and talk about life. We're not even gonna record it. We're just gonna hang out. We're just gonna fucking hang out, dude. It's gonna be so cool. That's what you guys gotta do more of, dude. Just hang out. Just fucking get together with your bros. Throw down. Be like, yo, raise the roof. It does suck that there's not a going out culture anymore. I've said this before, but it's just... Maybe it was dead before I was even born. Who knows? Everything's different all the time, but the phones... I don't like that organized people get to go places. That's lame. You're supposed to go places because you're fun. Whoa, what's happening? Yeah, I'm down, you know? And you just keep going. The night keeps taking you. I was supposed to go out last night. I told my friend I would play pool with him. Bobby Ray, I'm sorry. And I started playing Xbox. I took an edible and I was like, nah. I'm not fucking leaving the house. And that's why I should throw my fucking Xbox out. And then I would have gone out and hung out with friends. I would have just gone out alone into the world, met folks, did some shit. But I played Battlefield, which is amazing. It's so good. It's very fun. That's what I'm going to play in 10 minutes when I stop doing this. I love to check my Nada watch. It's just my wrist. you know? And then I say a time. It's fun. It's a gag for everyone. You can do that to a kid. Data, you don't have a watch. Yeah. And you know what I would never get? An Apple Watch, because the AI overlords are going to try and fuck you. Not physically, but just like, drain any amount of individual free will that you have out of your body into just following everything like a brainwashed idiot to whatever your algorithm says. Because that's being an American. Did you guys not understand that? Did you guys not learn that in school? You grow up, you do exactly what everyone in your neighborhood says, you complain about the HOA, but you're happy there is one, because if we didn't have standards, then what the fuck? I mean, yeah, you need one. You do need an HOA, I guess. I don't know. You need standards. These things need to be upheld. People just don't like other people putting standards in place, you know? It's like people that like it hot and people that like it cold. Now then, who would be who? Because if you say the Republicans like it hot, what? No. We're actually able to brave the cold. The thing is, we like a brisk, strict society. What if you say that Democrats like it hot, then they're going to be like, no, actually, we're, like, cool with the cold because we're, like, unaffected by things, and that we think that, like, one of the best times that community comes together, like, is during the winter. So I don't know who to give what there, because it's a bad analogy. Ding, 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 ding. Brrr. You guys won the Bad Analogy Tour. It's coming at you. The Bat. You guys, I'm on the Bad Analogy Tour. It's going to be my tour name when I come out and hit the Midwest. And they're going to be like, what the fuck does this mean? I'd like to go out a little bit more on the road, you know? That's the plan. That's the plan, guys, you know? Trying to save up some dough and sink a lot of it into the car, fix the car all the way up, get that thing running ship shape, figure out everything I can, take care of it on my own, you know, little things I can do. Maybe figure out some sort of situation where I have a bed in the back, and I might live out of the back of my car and drive across the country. Just crash people's houses, you know, I don't know, get a fucking Gold's Gym or a 24-hour fitness membership, whatever the fuck they have, and rock out. But until then, just going to be hanging out on this roof, doing little podcasts, chilling, and hoping you guys keep tuning in. I will be actually starting the Patreon soon. For anybody that got here, it's going to be $1 a month. Appreciate any support. It'll help the war effort, as I like to call it. And I'm about to piss myself, so I'm going to end this. It's been a nice little whatever. There might be an episode right after this, or it might be a solo ep. Who knows? Thank you guys for tuning in. Goodbye.